Monday, May 5th, 2025. Can we start with the roll call, please?
Becker.
Here.
O'Flaherty. Here. Peony Graham. Wright.
Here.
McMahon.
Here.
Chair Maxwell.
Here.
Quorum present.
Thank you very much. We'll move to the approval of the agenda. If there are any additions or deletions, if not, I will ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by O'Flaherty. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Wright. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We'll go to the approval of the minutes from April 7th, 2025. Again, if anyone has any additions or deletions, if not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Wright. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Becker. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. This is the public participation portion of the show where anyone having anything that they would like to address that is not on the agenda, please step forward. If not, we will move on to new business. We have our first item is a public hearing, a petition by the DeKalb Township for a special use permit to allow for the expansion of the Oakwood Cemetery for the property located at 611 through 615 North First Street. Do we have a presentation?
Really quick one.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Craig Crandall. I'm here on behalf of the petitioner of DeKalb Township. Do you need to swear me in or anything?
No.
Sometimes I get halfway through and they always forget this. I'm Craig Crandall with the law firm of Zukowski, Rogers, Flood, and McCardle. Here on behalf of DeKalb Township. DeKalb Township currently operates Oakwood Cemetery. Am I better there? Oh, there you go. Thank you. Currently operates the Oakwood Cemetery. The adjoining church, First Congregational Church, has interest in selling a portion of their land. We have a donor that's interested in an expansion of the cemetery to have a memorial park, some columbarium, and some features along that way. As Mr. Olson has put up here, this is shows the design first phase of the proposed project, purchasing approximately 0.8 of an acre to expand. There will be no plots within this area here. As you'll see, just a park area, and there's a phase 2 that's indicated as well. There is a small portion of the property to be purchased is in a flood hazard area. No work will be done there, so no need to worry about compensatory storage or any of the things of that nature. There are approximately 8 parking spots that were currently part of the church parking lot that'll come with, so an area where people can come through, enter and park right there, go right to the park. The church and the cemetery have had a long standing relationship. There's a access that comes in for the church that comes through cemetery property. As part of the transaction, we're currently under contract. There'll be an official cross-access easement so that folks can come directly through the church lot to get to the new area, as well as circulation for the church itself. As indicated in the report, we believe we meet all the necessary standards for special use. Special use is required for cemetery, and as Mr. Olson will identify, zoning and all the stuff there is otherwise appropriate. I do have a representative with me this evening from the township, Mary Hess, if we have any specific questions, but we're well along in the process. I should indicate that a lot of this most all of it is being provided by a member of the church that wants to help both the church and the cemetery. So we're excited about that partnership and look forward to getting approval and moving along.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you have a staff report?
Yeah, not much more. Mr. Grandall went through everything very well. You can see the site there that's owned by the church that township's expanding to. I would make one note. The hearing notice that went out had a single-family SFR2 zoning. The zoning's actually MFR1 multifamily. Doesn't matter. It's still a special use in that district, so I just wanted to mention that. As Mr. Crandall mentioned, this is phase 1. They'll have kind of an open space area. Parking is 8 spaces at the south end, attached to the parking lot. Then a phase 2 that will add a path on the northern end. And there is a small portion, it's a floodplain map. The flood zone is there. You got to kind of watch in purple. It hits the very north end of the parcel. This is just a photo of the site looking north. But as you can see, that northern part, it's a path. There's no structures proposed there, so there'd be no issue with the floodplain. Our comp plan does call, obviously, for institutional type uses here, so, and Mr. Crandall explained what they'll be doing with the new area. So we believe they meet all the standards for a special use permit, and we're recommending approval, subject to approval of these two plans, Phase 1 and Phase 2. We did receive one email in support from Mr. Bradford Shive of 8 Miller Court, noting his support. 8 Miller Court is right here. And that's all the public comments we received. So sample motion is prepared, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you, Dan. If anybody else would like to speak to this, if not, I will close the public hearing and open it up to comments and questions from the commission.
Did you say there were no plots for this new development?
Mary Hess with DeKalb Township. There will be no burial plots. What we're going to be doing is putting an above-ground columbarium. So cremations are on the rise. You know, they've grown anywhere from, they're up to 60% of people are choosing to be cremated now. They're expecting that to go to 80%. And so to start with, we're going to have one columbarium with probably 48 niches, and then there's something called an ossuary. So that's an even more affordable burial option that people are kind of put together in an area. And then, so these will be more affordable burial options. Funeral homes are finding that a lot of remains aren't picked up because family members don't know what to do with them, as well as more and more people choosing to be cremated, and then they don't do anything with the cremains, and then the next person in their family line will have cremains that they have to decide what to do with. So actually, Phase 2, that path back there, there's something that's become very popular. It's called a scattering garden. And so the state allows for cremains to be scattered, but there's a process to it. So those individuals are memorialized and they're captured in state records. And so that's what we would like to do with that path in the back. But no full burials. We still have space in the cemetery to accommodate that.
Okay, thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
No, the one letter we got mentioned best use, and I think it is an extension of highest and best use.
Yeah, I would
It
agree.
seems to make sense.
How long is that path that circles around there?
I don't know, the final drawings haven't been presented yet. We need to get back there and do a tree survey, as well as, there's a little bit of a slope there, and that's probably part of the floodplain area. And so we're gonna have to go and survey that area better before we know how big it can be.
Do you have a ballpark idea of how many trees may be removed?
There's a lot of involuntary trees there, not full-grown, so we'll be cleaning it up to get rid of that. And in talking with our neighbor, Mr. Carlson, who owns the apartment, we want to make sure that there's no trees that could pose a hazard to his property. So there will be trees removed. There's also a lot of fallen trees right now, but in time, we'll be replacing those with new planted trees.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the southern, I guess, roughly half. There's not too many trees there.
Yeah.
Is the concept for the second phase, the path, is that basically designed or going to be designed, not so much as a walking path as it is a path where people can approach the?
It'll be multi-purpose, so the donor intends for this to be kind of a memorial garden meditation area. And so the walking path is just kind of a natural extension of the beauty of that area that will serve the two purposes of being a scattering area and, you know, part of if a person is looking to be in nature.
Sure, okay,
Yeah, I agree in terms of best use.
yeah.
So, but people will just go and scatter ashes there?
They would have to contact the township, and we would make some arrangements. And then other scattering gardens that I've visited have granite structures, and then nameplates go on those to memorialize those that have been scattered. The intent is to keep it from people just choosing to go in there and scatter.
It's an interesting concept, right?
Yeah, it is. I wasn't aware of it.
Yeah.
I don't have any more questions. Anyone else?
All
If not,
right,
I
thank
will
you.
ask for- Thank you, Mary. If not, I will ask for a motion to approve.
I can make it.
Okay.
Let's see, based on the submitted petition, testimony presented, and findings of fact, I move the Planning and Zoning Commission forward its findings of fact and recommend to the City Council approval of a special use permit to allow for the expansion of Oakwood Cemetery located at 611 North First Street and a portion of the property located at 615 North First Street per the site plan dated February 2025 and labeled as Exhibit A.
So moved by Becker. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Wright. May I have a roll call, please?
Becker,
Yes.
O'Flaherty. Yes. Wright,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
Chair Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. The second item we have on our agenda tonight is a plat of re-subdivision, a request to approve the final plat of the Dirks re-subdivision located at 3435 and 3447 Owens Lane by Marshall Dirks. Do we have a presentation?
I have what you guys have, I believe. So Dan put this together with cooperation with Ken Spears Construction. And so we're looking to combine two lots that we own. My house is on the one piece of property, and then the second piece of property we have next to us. It was vacant for 22 years, I believe. And so we bought it during COVID and turned it into our garden. Lots of people started gardening during COVID, and myself included in a large way. And so now we have a desire to build across that lot line, and so there's a bit of a utility easement that is between those properties. And so we need to have that vacated at this point. So we've contacted, I think there were 7 or 8 different entities that we needed to contact. We still have 2 outstanding ones. Got one from MetroNet today, and we're still waiting for Frontier as well as ComEd for vacating. Currently, there are no utilities in that space, and the city doesn't have any water lines or sewer or any drainage through there. The utilities are currently in the back, the easement there, and so then, so no one has challenged the easement vacation at this point. So I don't know what else you need to know from me, but I'm happy to answer any questions, and Dan can probably speak to this.
Thanks, Marshall. Yeah, Dan, do you want to do the staff report?
Yeah, I'll just go through this request. You can see the 2 lots that Marshall owns there in Bridges of River Mist. You'd like to, we've had a few of these. We had one on Quinlan Avenue about in 2020. Combined 2 lots. It was for a new house that was vacant. We owned both lots, got the lot line removed, got all the utility releases. That's what takes a lot of time. So there's a plat submitted that shows a removal of the common lot line. And every lot in Bridges has 5-foot utility easements on each side. So regardless of if there's utilities there or not, there's no utilities here, but they need releases from the companies. So we make sure that if some utility company comes in the future and wants to put a line through there, that they give an okay that they have no plans to do that. So, and Marshall's been working on that. So the 2 lots combined will be just over a half acre. Once combined, allow him to do a home addition, provided he's got some nice 3D drawings of what he's planning to do with the addition there. And you'll have to go through the regular permit process. So the commission's not really approving any type of home or addition here, but that's the reason for it. You can kind of see the view of the gardens there that's there now. This is from a few years back. But so as Marshall mentioned, he's got working on a few utility companies left. You got MetroNet this morning. You have a copy of that. Still ComEd and Frontier. So part of the recommendation is subject to recording the plat. He'll have to get these approvals, but we thought we'd get them through the commission and council, and so we can get through that process. The sidewalk will be improved. It's a 50-50 agreement we've got with Marshall from last year that there'll be half-half costs, that he will pay half Marshall will pay the other, because there's no sidewalk on that part of the vacant lot yet. So that will connect the two sidewalks, which will be nice. So we recommend approval and just subject to all utility approvals being obtained prior to the recording of the plat.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Marshall.
Thanks, Dan.
Questions, comments?
I've walked by it several times. We live on the other side.
Oh, okay.
And we'll walk a couple miles, and I walk by it and somebody going, that's a really nice garden on a very expensive piece of land. So, yeah.
Yeah, no pressure to have the coolest garden in the entire neighborhood either.
No,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I do happen to be in the plant industry, so I have a few friends, so.
Keep the neighborhood kids.
But people thought it was a community garden for the longest time, and so we just let people walk in it, and then the comment has been, can you add a sidewalk? And I'm like, I'm working on it, so,
That would be appreciative.
I'm sure. Seems fairly straightforward to me. If there's no other questions, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion. I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the final plat of the Dirks re-subdivision dated August 9th, 2024, prepared by Hannah Surveyors as shown on Exhibit A, subject to all utility approvals being obtained prior to the recording of the plat.
So moved by Flaherty. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Becker. Is this a roll call or a vote?
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Becker?
Yes.
O'Flaherty? Yes. Wright?
Yes.
McMahon?
Yes.
Chair Maxwell?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Good luck, Marshall.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll miss seeing the garden.
People have commented on that as well. Everyone's always invited down. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Do you have a
Not much for reports. Next meeting, May 19th. We have one hearing, which you got a link to, the Hopkins Park Pool, the special use permit for the new pool swimming facility. So it's zoned single family, any type of public entity with a structure, whatever, has to have a special use. So that'll be on for the 19th.
Cool.
All right, if
all.
anybody,
Thank you.
nobody has anything else, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved by Wright. May I have a second?
I second.
Second by O'Flaherty. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you very much.